Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. I hope you guys are having a great morning this morning, ready for a great afternoon. Today is Monday, June 19th, and I hope you guys all had an incredible weekend. And I especially hope all you fathers out there had an incredible Father's Day. All you fathers, all you stepdads, all the fathers up in heaven, grandfathers, everybody up in heaven. I hope you guys had an incredible Father's Day. I had a blessed Father's Day with all my family, my kids, cousin Ron, everybody was there. Mama D was out with us. So it was very, very cool. Sat around, ate some food, cocktails at the pool, and we had a great time. So again, I hope you guys had a good one. We got a great show lined up for you today. My good friend Mary. Now, folks, you guys been asking about the cruise. Yeah, you know what? Every time you go on a cruise, it doesn't have to particularly be this cruise. But this one is the one we're pushing, and you guys know that. We're going to get all of that. We'll get all that information coming. But my good friend Mary, of course, she is a travel agent for NTD Travel Agency, folks. Also, she works a lot for the Chicago Music Cruise 2024, and she's done a lot of them through the years, along with Richie from Seventh Heaven. So she's going to be on answering all the questions you might have. If you booked a cruise with us or maybe thinking about booking the cruise, we're going to give you some questions. I'm going to ask Mary some questions. And if you have some too, please feel free to ask. All right, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609. And thank you guys so much. Now, let's get right to our sponsors. Let's not forget our good buddies from Ace Hardware Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville. Buy local and shop local. Today is the last day for the Father's Day specials, folks. That's right. It's what Father's Day was yesterday, but you still have one day here, folks. We're offering a $10 bonus Ace gift card with every purchase of $50 gift card. Now that's today until the end of today. Also, the Weber grills, 100% off, $100 off, free assembly and delivery. This is an ongoing promotion at these 4 different locations for Ace Hardware. And Ace Hardware exclusive 25% off one regular price item under $50. That's till the end of today. So a lot of great stuff happening. Buy local, shop local. Remember, Ace has been helping neighbors before they went to neighborhoods. Oh boy, sometimes too much comes in my head and try to get it all out at the same time. To say good hello and check out our buddy at Gorelli Pavement Service. Gorelli knows the curb appeal for your home and business, largely affected by concrete and asphalt. They do asphalt replacement in residential and commercial lots, also do driveways. For a free estimate, call Laura or Barb at Gorelli Pavement Service. That's 815-271-5835, servicing Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana. Gorelli Pavement Service. Tell them Tony O sent you. 815-271-5835. Another buy local, shop local. So, very good. Now, we're talking about the big cruise that's coming up. But before we do that, I need to thank everybody that came out. Now, Friday night, I was not at Chicago Prime. We were at the Riverside Golf Club, Country Club in North Riverside. Me and my good buddy Jeff Dubray, great job. And my friend Annie Mentone, who's getting married. It was a bridal shower. I've done a few of these. People say bridal shower. What do they usually have a DJ? Maybe no. They had a DJ. My buddy Jeff, of course, a great entertainer, and myself. So like 7:30 to 9:30, and we did a great job doing that. And they enjoyed. They ate. They danced, and they had a good time. They party. They know how to do it. You know how it is. And then I snuck back to Chicago Prime Steakhouse for the last half hour and sang some songs there. I want to thank my buddy Carlo Joseph for stepping up and taking over the DJ job over there Friday night. He did a great job, Carlo. Thank you. Saturday, folks, was another great event. And, of course, you got to love it. Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy in downtown St. Charles, folks. It's a great place if you haven't been up there, folks. And we had the whole main event band. We had Daryl Armenstad, great job, Daryl. Danny Ramonde, great job on sax. Of course, Double T, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams. But then we also have the great Christian Knievel joining us. And she's a singer, of course, in the Chicagoland area. But she's also well known for her father was the great Robbie Knievel. And, of course, her grandfather, the great Evel Knievel, the very first ever my opinion, the real superhero. And so she did an incredible job. And thank you, Christian, for what you did. Just a great job joining us. Everybody had a great time there. We had a nice house for being out in the summer. Downstairs, we had Alcatraz and Killer Dwarfs. So I want to thank my good buddy Danny Mazzi for showing up. And of course, Danny Nozak and Dina, happy birthday again to my buddy Danny. Great job. Jill, Kathy, Joey. See you Wednesday too, brother. Ryan Lewis, I'm honored hour and a half away from Chicago. Tony, Lulu in the house. Actually, Tony, you are related to Kristen Knievel and her family. We were just talking about you at the Speakeasy. Can't wait to see you, buddy. Jerry Jams, how you doing, buddy? Patrice, Richard Hamlin, Kathy, Ellen, how are you doing, my buddy? Ellen and there's Lena from Miami watching in. Albert, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for your help, Albert, this past weekend at the Speakeasy. Now, fantastic. I really do appreciate you guys. Now we got a busy week this week, folks. This Wednesday, me and Laura are going down to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and just to relax a little bit. But then Thursday is the big reason why we're going down there a day early. We all know Mars Resort in Lake Geneva, Lake Como, Illinois. You know, I play there once a year, sometimes twice a year, but we're there once a year, provided also this gig on Thursday. Thursday, June 22nd, is their 100th anniversary party. It's going to be at the Riviera Ballroom, downtown Lake Geneva. It's dinner attire. So it's going to be fantastic. Great music. John Ludi and the lady will be there. Delight Luo, a duo. Yours truly, and I forgot the name of the other band. But anyway, $125 per person. And it was sold out anyway. So anyway, for $125 per person who did buy tickets, it's all the food, all the drinks, and the rides on the ferry ride. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks. I think we're going on 6 to 7:15 or 6:30 to 7:15 is going to be us Thursday at Mars 100th anniversary party, folks. Mars is the spot in Lake Geneva, folks. You know, it's right on the water, and then we're going back there again August 19th. So their 100th anniversary party is this Thursday. Friday, we're returning to Chicago Prime Steakhouse, and then Saturday, Taverna on Division in Melrose Park, folks. That is voted the #1 patio, best patio in all of the suburbs of Chicago. We'll be there with Double T outside, so I'm looking forward. It's going to be a beautiful night Saturday, too. And then Sunday, folks, will be around Onesti's Arcata Speakeasy for Rat Pack Sunday. It used to be called Sinatra Sunday, but now it's Rat Pack Sunday. So it's a little bit of all the types of music, and that's more laid-back type of show. Me and Jerry Jams will be there this Sunday. So now let's get to, before we have our great guest, my good friend Marianne from NTD Travel Agency, folks, and she works a lot with the Chicago Music Cruise. She'll be coming on in a few minutes. Now, you know what the cruise is all about. If you don't know, you're just seeing it for the first time. Now, remember, every show is dedicated to the first responders, folks. Thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for all the people who do end up watching the show on 5 different social media formats. We are on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. We're on the Mo Carrara Facebook page. We're on the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. So if you guys can share, we do really appreciate it very much. Another quick sponsor before we bring Mary on, folks. Let's not forget Roy McCampbell, attorney at law for the best lawyer around. Tell Roy Tony O sent you. That is 708-275-4264. Laura Ocean Solutions, increasing credit cards, increasing profits while reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again with Laura Ocean Solutions. Deutsch Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois, folks, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. And we get some more sponsors as we go along. Now, we're talking about the cruise, folks, and this could be today. It's great that Mary's going to be on. She's a very busy lady, and I thank you for her time for coming on. And it's going to be cool because you know what? When you're going on vacation in general, stuff that you need if you don't know already, certain places in the country you want to go to. There's a lot of different questions and stuff that people ask all the time. But she's going to be on talking about the 2024 Chicago Music Cruise. It's going to happen January 7th, 2024 to January 14th, and it's going to be fantastic. It's a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, folks. Royal Caribbean's Wonders of the Sea, biggest ship on the water as of date. Right now, it's huge. 4 4 football fields long, folks. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited. It's going to be great. Now, besides Tony Ocean and the main event band, folks, Double T, Tony Toto, and Danny Ramundi, it's going to be a lot of fun. We also have Mojo's Jukebox, which we just finished opening for Chicago 2 weeks ago in Iowa. So we're excited with Mojo's. It's another great rock band. So it's very, very cool having that band. And of course, the master of ceremonies, the man who puts it all together, Richie from Seventh Heaven. So all 3 of us, going to be fun. We're going to start off in Orlando, Florida, Coca Cay, Bahamas, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. It's going to be great. And we have a lot of people already signed up. And if you're thinking about doing it after this particular interview or stuff, we're going to start promoting some more stuff. There's a lot of people on that cruise. It's going to be a lot of fun. And what I enjoy about it more than anything, folks, is I get a chance to actually hang with some of you, because a lot of you guys have come out. Some of you are friends, some of you fans that come and join. I never really have time to spend with you guys. And I think Tony Ocean's doing 2 nights. I think maybe Mojo is 2. I'm not sure. And I know Seventh Heaven is doing like 3 nights. So we'll be able to hang and have a good time, and that's what it's all about, camaraderie and friendship. And we're going to be singing, and you're going to have music, and then you have great food and booze and all that good stuff. So I'm excited about that. I want to thank you all for tuning in. So let's bring up my good friend Mary from NTD Travel Agency. Here she is. Mary, how you doing, hon?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for doing this. We really do appreciate this, Mary. How are you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Happy Monday.
Thank you so much, Mary. How long you been in the bit? Where were you born, Mary?
Chicago.
Chicago. You have
Chicago.
a big family?
Big family, yeah. First generation Greek. My parents were both born in Greece. They came
Very
over,
cool.
and yeah.
Obviously, you speak it too?
I do. I'm not as fluent as I used to be, though. But
Me
yeah, I
too.
do speak it. I could still read a little bit. Greek school for a couple years when I was younger. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, me too. I speak fluent Italian, and I speak to my mom every day.
Nice.
Reading is not too bad. Writing, I completely forgot. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, so first generation is cool. All right.
Mhm.
How long you been in the travel business? I mean, there's something, I know your first thing is obviously your real estate. We know what that's about. But
Mhm.
how long you been a travel agent?
So I started working with Richie on his travel agency, I think about 2017, possibly. I was in the logistics industry for 20 years, so moving cargo. So this was an easy move for him. So I called him up and I said, let's do more than just doing the cruise. So we can also do other vacations as well too. But the Chicago Music Cruise is the main focus of the company. He's been doing it for, I don't know, 20 years now. So
Yeah,
yeah.
well, that was one of the questions. I think they've been doing it from a long time, which is
Hmm.
a great thing to do. And you know what? This one I'm very excited about. The Royal Caribbean. We've been on a lot of cruises, played on a few. Cruises are always good. Mary? What's the first complaint sometimes that you get when people talk about cruises? What's the first thing you think that comes to their mind, or first things they ask you about?
Motion sickness. That's
Yeah.
the biggest concern.
Yes.
Everything else, but they're concerned about getting sick. And these cruise ships, I mean, you know, this ship alone, I have the stats right here. I mean, it's 185 feet wide and it's 1100 over 1100 feet long. It's the largest cruise ship currently on the water right now.
Yeah.
So they have 4 stabilizers on the ship to minimize any kind of rolling. This is a way different class of ships than what we're used to back in the 90s, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So
It's much
there
better.
has to be some kind of. I mean, Richie has a video that he posted. We were in the dining room on the last cruise, and he has a video that he posted. He had a glass of water sitting on the table, and then he panned over to the window so we could see that we were moving a pretty good clip actually. And
Yeah.
then he panned over to the glass of water, and he could see the water was steady. The water in the glass was not moving, and he did that on purpose so he could show people that even though we're moving at a good clip, you don't really feel it.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I've seen that. I've seen that video when I went to Richie's house, and he showed me. And that
Yeah.
is one of the main. And now, obviously, back in 2020, were there people still on cruises? Were some of them still working during the pandemic, or was everything closed?
Yeah, everything's closed. I mean, we missed a year because of the pandemic, and understandably so.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, so 2020, so 2021, we had a cruise on 2020, we missed 2021, and then back on in 2022.
What are you seeing now? Obviously, with the people, the sales, and everybody coming, looks like everybody's ready to party again.
Oh, the cruise industry exploded.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go on a cruise. And personally, I've been cruising the Royal Caribbean since the mid 90s. And I think it's the best value for your money. You have, your food, your entertainment, everything is included. And honestly, you have so much to do. You really don't really pay attention to the movement on the ship other than when you're on deck,
Yeah.
then you can see the water.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you're in the ship inside, either in dining or in the casino or at the comedy show, rock climbing, even, you don't notice it because you're having fun. You're eating, you're having a couple of cocktails, you're watching Seventh Heaven, and the live shows, which are amazing. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It's going to be cool. And it's interesting for me, for some of the people that are coming out, for the Tony Ocean people that come out. They're
Yeah.
excited because it's the first one that we've done in a long time with the band. I've done the Rat Pack cruises many times, but this is the one we're doing with just the Tony Ocean, the main event band, and we're excited. And Mojo's is coming on too. So it's going to be great.
Very
So
excited.
let's just
I have to say, everybody that I spoke to that I've booked with, I mean, I'm pretty excited. Your fans are very lively bunch.
God bless. And they're drinkers.
Very nice
God
people.
bless. And they're drinkers. So it's cool. Speaking of, let's get some questions that I wrote down that you might. People want to know dress code. Now, Mary, do they have certain days that you have to dress up when you eat? Is that for sure? Do you have
Well,
to do that? How does
in
that work?
in the main dining room, it used to be where it was dressy,
Yeah.
right? Where the guys would get dressed up in like a tuxedo, and the ladies would have the little black dress on or a
Yeah.
gown on. It's
Right.
not like that anymore.
Right.
The only thing is, I would say, is you can't come in shorts. Khakis is great, and a nice shirt is fine. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. There are still some people that do get dressed up.
Yeah. We always try to do that when we do it. That's
Yeah, same here.
I got to wear a jacket. I only own. I think I got my very first blue jeans maybe 4 years ago, and I'm 50 years old. So what does that tell you? Anyway, my kid said you got to wear jeans. I go, okay, every now and then. Anyway, yeah. So the dress code's there. Let's talk about if the people are bringing their kids. A lot of kid stuff to do on this.
Plenty
particular
of kid
cruise ship?
stuff to do. Yeah. Oh yeah, plenty of kid stuff to do, and you can actually schedule to have bring your kids, and they'll watch your kids. They're all licensed, to be able to work with small children, and you just let them know if you want to go have a nice dinner, just the two of you. You can definitely do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's get on another thing here. Mary, how many have you been on? Would you say cruises since you've been doing this, or before you've been doing this? How many? Would you say
I
you've been on?
I've been on, I think, 15 cruises or so forth. I'm already at the diamond level. I've done since 2019 with Richie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you started. That's fantastic. All right. Now
Yeah.
passports are required, obviously.
See, here's the thing with passports. The issue is that because it's a looped cruise, yes, you're starting it in USA port and you're returning there. But what you're doing in between is the issue. Like, for instance, St. Martin, if you were to go to St. Martin as a destination vacation, you would need a passport. So therefore, if you get off the ship, if you disembark, you go on their excursions and something happens and you need to be airlifted out of there, you're going to need a passport. And if you don't, it's just going to delay the process in getting on. And sometimes the embassy is not close to the port. Sometimes it could be an hour away. So now you have an overnight stay. So you have a lot of costs incurring now to do that. So the best way to do it is get your passport.
That makes complete sense. And if you
I
don't
mean,
have it takes like 6 weeks, right? If you ordered it now, but they also have the one where you can get in a couple days, correct?
expedite it. Yes, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
expedite it.
And so we still got some time on that. All right, folks, let's get down to some other things. Ports, all the ports that we're going to. Now, you hear all the news that's going on with Mexico right now. A lot of people have said it's not safe there. Now, I've been to port. I've never had a problem with any of the ports. I mean, so I don't. I mean, people just want to they get a little. They want to know all these little different questions and stuff that people ask me all the time about it.
Mm-hmm.
I always say, and I'm sure you'll say the same thing: stay in the resort.
Right. Right. Well, stay in the resort, or if you're going to walk around at port, be conscious of your surroundings. Keep your valuables close. Don't leave your purse laying down somewhere. Don't set anything down that might have anything valuable in it. You have to have your set sail pass with you when you disembark, because that's what you need to get back on the ship to embark, right?
Yeah,
So, and a copy of your DL and your passport. So make
yeah.
sure that those documents are with you on your person at all times.
And you know what? I'd always tell people that don't wear the flashy stuff when you go into town.
Right.
Wear your watches and stuff like that.
Right.
Keep
Keep
that
that
stuff
at
locked
home.
up in a safe. Is
Or
there
leave it at home.
yeah,
There is
I'll
a
bring it,
safe.
leave it at home. There are safes in the room, right, Mary?
Yes,
Yes,
that is
yes,
correct.
yeah.
Yes.
How many restaurants would you think are on this particular cruise ship or bars?
Well, according to the stats, and I pulled it up in case you asked me this question.
There
So
you
we
go.
currently have, um, well, complimentary. We have 6 restaurants that are complimentary. In between of those, the main dining room, Sereno's Pizza, which is open till like I think 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And they do have gluten-free pizza there, by the way, that you can ask made to order.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, you have the Windjammer, which is the big smorgasbord, which is complimentary. And there's a ton of food and desserts, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's amazing. So there's that. You have the Cafe Promenade, which has salads, light lunches, salads
Yeah,
and sandwiches and iced teas and so forth. And you have El Loco Fresh, where you can get your guac, your tacos,
get all that stuff.
and so that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Mary, someone also asked, what about gluten? Is there a gluten menu free or vegan?
So I'm gluten free.
Okay.
And the best thing to do is when you're on the ship is the first thing you need to do is talk to your waiter. Let them know on day one that you have whatever food allergies you have. And he will work with you. The key is to order, he'll give you a menu for the next night, right? So you go through the menu and you ask him, okay, what can be gluten free? And they will make it, if it's possible, they will make you a gluten free version of whatever entree that you want. But you have to order it the night before. If you do that, you'll be fine. The Windjammer has a lot of gluten-free options also. And if you don't see anything that you want, like I will ask for a special order pasta for lunch. Sometimes I'll go there for lunch and I just want something other than just a salad, and they will make it for you. Just ask the chef behind the counter, get a hold of the chef, and he will make it for you.
And they'll help. What about vegan menu?
Vegan as well too. There's plenty of vegan options, vegan dessert options as well in the Windjammer and in your main dining room. But make sure you talk to your waiter. He is the person that will be able to help you with that.
Okay, this stuff is all great questions. Is there masks required? Do you have to? I mean, can you wear a mask? Obviously, if you want to. What's the rule now with the cruise ships?
As of now, masks are not required. You are certainly, if you want to wear a mask, you can wear a mask. That's up to your discretion, but they are not required as of today. And hopefully,
Yeah, and I don't think any of my Tony Ocean fans really care because they know the flu is over, and
right.
so
but if
let's
you want to
get
wear a mask, you're fine.
right,
There are
exactly,
people that still wear masks. Yes.
absolutely. Pools. Now, is there an adult pool as well as kid pool, mixed pool? Is there a smoking section at the pools? How does this all work?
So there's smoking section, I think on deck 15, outside. You cannot smoke on your balcony.
Okay.
They will notice if you do that, and
Yeah.
you most likely will get kicked off the ship. The problem is that the ash might, if somebody else next door to you or above you or below you has their balcony door open, if you flick it out and the wind catches it and it'll draw it into the cabin and somebody might not notice, maybe they're sleeping or not even in there.
No,
That's the problem. So do not do that. Do not smoke on your balcony, even if it's just
absolutely.
quick. But they have
Quick.
a smoking section in the casino, and
Okay.
I think it's deck 15 in a certain area in deck 15.
Now, is there a section? So there is a adult pool for just adults, no kids allowed?
Yeah, there's adult sections, yeah, and then there's
Okay.
kids sections too. Yeah.
Correct. Is there smoking allowed in the pool in the
No.
smoking section by the adults?
In the pool?
Yeah, like around the pool if you're sitting
Yeah,
down.
it's on the pool deck. It's on the
Okay.
pool deck.
All
Yeah,
right, good.
because it's outside, so it's on the pool deck. Yeah.
All right, this is fantastic. Drink packages. Do you recommend them?
Yes.
I agree
I
with you
recommend
100%.
them if
I
If you're
agree.
just a casual drinker, you might have a glass of wine at dinner, or I don't know, have something in the casino. I would say no. If you're on vacation and this is what you do when you're on vacation, I would say then yes. But remember, it not only includes your alcohol, it includes your shakes, your bottled water, your juices, your iced teas, all that stuff, not just your
Soda,
alcohol. So it includes
pop, coffee.
everything.
Yeah, includes everything. Yeah,
If
you
you don't
can't
want to
beat.
do that, then just get the refreshment package. If you're going to blow through if you drink a lot of water, you're going to blow through a lot of bottle of water
Yeah.
and iced teas and shakes, then I would say yes to the refreshment package. If you have somebody that doesn't drink, but person traveling with you, whoever that might be, does drink and they get the deluxe drink package, you can call Royal Caribbean and say, listen, I don't drink, but my husband, wife, friend, whoever's rooming with you does, they will let you get the refreshment package instead. But you have to call Royal Caribbean directly. But you can't share the drink packages. I would
Correct.
not, that's not allowed. Yeah.
And I recommend it, folks. If my audience drinks, I mean, it is. I mean, let's just be honest. We were just at the Kalahari Resort, just in Wisconsin Dells, okay, for 2 days. 4 drinks. Now they're the tall, tropical, whatever. 4 drinks with tip, 140.
Wow.
Mary,
It
140.
adds up. It adds
I mean,
up.
come on. I mean, you know what? So the drink package you will definitely want to do. You can enjoy it, have fun. That's the best thing about it too. All right. Question I get asked a lot here: tipping.
Hmm.
Now, do they not? Obviously, you have to tip at the end of the week, whatever it is, or if you want to tip. Sometimes, I always notice when I do cruises or when I do weddings. If I'm a guest at a wedding, I go right to the bartender. You give him 25 in advance or 30 in advance, and he remembers you no matter where you are. Those pool guys, if you want that certain seat by the pool, tip these guys something and they'll know your first name, your cousin, what you do for a living, and they'll know exactly. They'll have the towel ready for you. It really does help because some of these people, they need to make, this is how they make their living. At the end of the week, that's the biggest question. What is the actual tip that you're supposed to tip at the end of the week for the people who do your rooms, to make up your rooms and stuff?
So if you're going to have a credit card tagged onto your account, right, with your cruise planner. So your that tipping, if you prepay your gratuities, that's all taken care of even before you get on the ship. So I suggest doing that because you don't have to worry about it. If you want to tip extra in cash, you could certainly do that. Whatever amount you want to give them.
Okay, very,
Yeah,
very
whether it's the
good.
pool guy, your waiter, your maitre d',
Yeah,
your room steward, you know, you're more than welcome to tip cash over and above what the gratuities are set at. Hmm.
absolutely. People want to know if there's game rooms for kids.
Yes.
Okay, and then obviously
Yes,
there's
cash is king. Exactly. Yeah, there are game rooms. It's a huge game room, tons of video games. It's like being at a festival, where they have all those the bowling ball theme.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They got all that
Yeah, all
stuff.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
They have all that. Yep.
Would
Hmm.
you recommend cash?
Um, if you plan on tipping extra, bringing cash on board. Otherwise, everything that you purchase on the ship is on your room key card, your set sail pass. That's also like a debit card. So you don't have to carry cash with you, but you do have to carry your room card, and that's also your debit card. So anything you purchase on the ship goes onto that, and then you settle up. The night before we arrive back in Florida, you go to the guest services desk and you ask them for your bill and you look at the itemized bill and make sure everything is correct on there and you settle up right then and there. Do not do it that morning. It's too hectic. Everybody run around with their luggage, trying to get off the ship, clear customs and all that. Do that the night before.
Yeah. Also, try and not. They also try to pack kind of light. I mean, some people
Yeah.
overdo it, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah. You're going to be in shorts and t-shirts,
Yeah,
flip flops. You're going to
yeah.
have something nice to wear for the 2 nights, on the ship. That's the dressier nights, and other than that, and whatever you're going to wear when you're walking around at port, your bathing suits, yeah, and bring flats because there's a lot of walking. It's a big ship,
Yes. A lot of walking.
a lot of
Absolutely. I
walking.
mean, is there a gym? Is
And
there a
I
workout?
also, really quick, I suggest for the ladies though that if you wear something that's sleeveless, and the dining room does get a little chilly sometimes, so bring a light sweater.
Very good. Is there a gym, a workout section in that pool?
Yes, there's a fitness center, huge.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know how many of my people actually work out, but it might be something. Mo,
I've been trying to get it at every sailing I've gone to. I've yet to make it once.
there you go, Mary.
I've yet to make it, but it's there. Yes.
We have another great question, Tony. Mo, ask her if an Italian passport or other European passports, are they okay to leave the ship with those?
With a European passport?
Yes.
That's a good question. I've never been asked that. I'm going to say probably yes.
Okay.
Are you going to have a European DL with that as well too, or are you going to have a U.S. driver's license with that?
Here's the actual text. Mo, ask her if an Italian passport or other European passports are okay to leave the ship because I heard they can be unfriendly and give us problems getting back on the ship.
I will find out.
Double T, we will find that out because I know there's a lot of Italians coming in, so I know that's very
With the
important.
European passport.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll find that out, Tony. Thank you. Great question. Thank you so much. So, anything else you'd like to say? I mean, we all know what a cruise is. If you've never been on a cruise, it's a definitely experience. And when you about excursions, would you? I mean, they're all pretty good. Which ones would you recommend are the good ones? Because sometimes there could be some half-fast ones or the ones that just go through the cruise. How does that work?
There's a bunch of excursions. You could do Maho Beach. There's some excursions. You could do scuba diving. You could do some excursions are where you can go fishing. It all depends on what you want to do. You could swim with the dolphins. You could jet ski, horseback riding. Or you could just do walking tours throughout the city.
And there's a lot of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. All right, tell us quickly about the private island, Coco Cay, Bahamas, which is
Amazing.
Only for people on the Royal Caribbean Wonders of the Sea. What's that like if they've never been on something like that?
Amazing. So if you purchase a drink package, this is the first most important thing. If you purchase a drink package, it works on Coco Cay because it's a Royal Caribbean owned island. So all your drinks on Coco Cay are on your card, included in your deluxe drink package or refreshment package, whatever. So that's important. So you don't have to worry about that. You do have areas where you do not have to pay for sitting at the beach. You find some chairs, you could sit at the beach and just chill. They bring food out onto the island from the ship. And there's 4 different areas where you can get anything from salads to tacos to hot dogs, sandwiches and all that. That's all included. That's not extra. They bring that from the ship onto the island. So there you have your food. There's also other restaurants there if you want to eat there at your cost. That's cool too. So there's plenty of things to do for the kids, for adults. It's really a nice day. It's a pretty amazing place to be in the middle of the Caribbean.
I can't wait for that. Christine says, of course, you can use a valid European passport for any cruises.
I would assume so. Yeah.
We think so. How big is Richard Hamlin says, how big is Coco Cay, Mary? Any idea?
Oh, how big is Coco Cay? Good question.
Coco Cay, yeah.
Yeah, I would have to, let me check that.
Yeah,
I can, you know what? I'll post a link with the video for Coco Cay.
There you
I
go,
have a
Richard.
video for Coco Cay. I'll post that on there. I also have a ship tour video of Wonder of the Seas, which is really amazing. And it'll show you everything about the ship. So I'll post those 2 links up.
There you go. And Laura says just big. It's big. Okay.
It's big. It's huge.
All we need to know.
I mean, you walk into the ship and you feel like you're in a 5-star hotel. You really, I mean, there's Sereno's right there. There's a Starbucks kiosk over there. There's, your karaoke bar. You have your piano bar, which I'm guessing you'll probably be playing there a couple of nights.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing, You don't feel like you're on a ship when you first walk in the door. It's pretty cool.
I think it's good. How much bigger is the Icon or the?
Oh, so the Icon, right. So the Icon actually is doing their sea trials right now. So it's not much bigger. It's a little bit bigger, but it will then be the largest cruise ship on the water once that is going. And I think the inaugural sailing for that is January 26th or 27th. It's like a week after we get back.
Absolutely. Do we buy our Starbucks?
So your Starbucks at the Starbucks kiosk is not included in the drink packages, right? But
Okay.
you can use your Starbucks card to purchase Starbucks at the Starbucks kiosk. They do sell Starbucks coffee, like at the Park Cafe or at the Windjammer, which is the smorgasbord area. They serve Starbucks coffee that is included in your drink package,
Right.
but not at the kiosk.
Okay. So this is coffee we're talking about, right? I've never had Starbucks. I don't drink coffee. So, all right, there you go,
Yeah,
Joanne.
I do.
Hope that
Yep.
works. All right, good. And last but not least, Mary, you know when you're going to be out on the water, not when you're off the excursions, and you know you go up in the ocean in certain parts, and you see people selling stuff, gifts, T-shirts, blah 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 blah, whatever. You know, you got to be careful where you buy stuff from. Correct?
Right.
Instead of the guy and that you see this, and I'm going to tell you guys, and I can say, when is this cruise happening, Sal? The cruise is happening January 7th through January 14th, 2024. It's the 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise. You can go to chicagomusiccruise.com. And like I said, it starts off in Orlando, Florida, Coco Cay, Bahamas, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. It's going to be a lot of fun, Sal. A couple things, guys, and I'm going to tell you, because look, with me, there's no filter on this show. So I can tell you exactly when you're going into these ocean stuff, I mean, by the ocean, by the beach, and you're walking down, and you're going to see certain people. Now, some of them have their stuff on them. You know, they're selling keychain or whatever. You know, the stuff, the souvenirs. Fine. I don't think there's refunds on some of those guys. The ones who probably have the stands, they're probably legit. But those ones on the street that are selling you watches, or when someone comes up to you and goes, you know what they're trying to sell, right? And if
Right.
they're going like this, you know what they're trying to sell. So completely stay away from that. And another thing, cigars, Cubans.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy the Cuban cigars basically from the stores that are in the cruise ship if you want the real stuff. Some
Mm-hmm.
guy on the street, a guy by the beach there might be selling you some stuff that is not going to be, allowed. And I think you're allowed to take a box home with you, if I'm correct. But there's rules have changed, I think, since the pandemic and everything. But anyway, if you're going to buy something like that, go into the store. Look, if you're going to try to buy cheap Cubans at the beach, then you shouldn't be buying Cuban cigars.
Right.
Go to the store and buy the right ones. They have cigar stores. They know people that are there. It's a good thing. Any questions that we haven't asked or anything that you want to say, Mary?
No, I mean, just, when you get on the ship, just remember you're on vacation, have fun. When you first get on the ship, you embark, you can go to your room. Your key card will be outside your door. You go into your cabin, you drop your stuff, you carry on luggage, freshen up or whatever. Your luggage should be there around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And go to the bar, get yourself a drink, and start exploring. Start checking out the ship.
There you go. You can bring a bottle of wine from home. You can?
Yes, one per person. One 32, is it 32 ounce bottle of wine per person. That's it.
That means in your bag you can bring
it has to be in your carry-on. It has to be in your carry-on. You cannot put it in your checked baggage. It has to be on your carry-on, and it's only one per person. It used to be they changed the rules. It used to be 2 per person, but now it's 1 per person. So yeah.
That's just wine, not hard liquor.
No hard liquor. You cannot bring hard liquor. If you buy hard liquor at the ports, you have to give it to them to hold it for you, and you will get it back on the day that we disembark.
Absolutely. So there you go. Tony says, what time is the departure?
So I think it's 4 o'clock departure time. Let me double check that.
Well, we're going to get you more information as we get closer to that.
4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m. Double T. So there you go. Robert Provenzano says, what if you see a pineapple on your door? Okay.
Yeah, well.
Anyway. All right. So obviously you've been on a funeral.
Obviously, right?
So
yeah.
just to let people know.
Well, some people have been putting that on certain people's doors as a joke. So, I don't know.
Be careful. Good one, Mary. Look, we know Naperville is number 1. We know Bartlett's right up there. But on the cruise ships, folks, if you see, we had a whole show on it, if you guys remember. The pineapple on the door means they're swingers, but you don't want to get into that. I mean, God forbid it's a joke and somebody gets mad and then you get in a fight. So, yeah, obviously obviously by now, I think you swingers already know who they are. So we don't
Yes,
even know that,
exactly.
right? You know exactly. One bottle of wine. Okay, we got that. Thank you. Good, good, good. All right. I think that's about it.
So I just want to also say that we do have a pre-cruise party that Richie holds closer to sale dates. Yes, and everybody is invited. We pass out all the swag gifts. We'll give everybody a Chicago Music Cruise bag, right? Everybody gets one, and we put in here a T-shirt for everybody, and just some other little things that we throw in there. That's Richie pays for. It's free to everybody.
Yeah.
And we do a smorgasbord. You know, we have a buffet of food, and then he will talk to everybody and answer any questions anybody has, and just go over everything from start to finish. So if you can make that, that would be perfect. We also record it, and he will post it online if there are some people that live out of state that can't make it, or some people that just couldn't make it at all. So it's very informative speech that Richie gives every year.
And that'll be held at on the ship before we leave, correct?
No, that'll be held here in the U.S., here in Chicago, somewhere around O'Hare. He has to pick the venue. We haven't decided yet. We'll know more like close to October, November.
Yes.
We'll start talking about that.
Pick a day that I'm off, Richie. Please pick a day that I'm off. I want to be there. Okay, another question. I'm sorry. Do you have a spa for massage? Is there spa packages too?
Yes. You go on your cruise planner and look up. If you log in, it'll show a tab on there for spa packages. So yes, there's spas, hairdressing. You get your nails done. You can get massages. Pretty much anything you want, honestly.
Okay. Danny Ramonde says the first deal. Now remember the deals that we had when we first announced this a few months ago. I think that's over, correct, Mary? If anybody wants
group rates, yes, those are yes.
Unfortunately, I mean, fortunately for the people who signed up ahead of time, they got a great deal. I mean, even now, it's still a great deal for what they have. Now, you can go to Mary at ntdvacations.com or to www.chicagomusiccruise.com and find out more details. Mary will be able to help you with that. And her office number or whatever it is 630-688-1725. Any questions that you might want to have. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun, folks. Like I said, it's not only the excursions, and we get to spend time with a lot of you people. And I know you people through years, but we've never really sat down. So remember, on the days that we're not working, and Seventh Heaven is going to be playing 3 nights, and they're going to be great band. If some of you people maybe never heard of them, you need to get out of the house more. You might want to see them a little bit beforehand because they are just incredible. Richie and the crew do an incredible job. He's just a genius at what he does, man. I just don't know how this guy.
Extremely hard worker, very motivated. Correct. Yeah. I mean, this whole Chicago Music Cruise started is because he wanted to go on a cruise.
Yeah. I mean, Seventh Heaven could have simply just booked their own, did a cruise and say, hell with it. But Richie said, let's make one where everybody can come and enjoy.
And not only that, and they can also play on the ship too.
Which is very, very cool.
Very not easy to do. Correct.
No, it's not. It used to be, you used to have certain people to get on the ship. It's very, very hard to get on a ship. And which is very cool about that. All right. So I think we got some good one. Thank you for your help. Okay, good. Making sure we got anything. Mary, is there a place on your bucket list that you haven't been to yet?
That I haven't been to yet, personally? Traveling?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been to Greece a couple of times. Italy, I haven't been to Italy. I mean, I would love to do a Mediterranean cruise. I keep telling Richie that maybe one year we could do a Seventh Heaven Chicago Music Cruise to the Mediterranean. That would be amazing.
That would be cool. Now, I know they put something on one of their promos, something for next year or the year after. It was
2025 on the Icon.
The Icon. I mean, it's going to be even a bigger one. So God bless, folks. This is fantastic.
So, well, you know, Richie books these way in advance, over a year in advance, which is how he's able to get these really good group rates. Correct. You know, and he has to. It's a financial. It's a lot of money to do it, but he does it only because he can get the really, really great rates. If you book after our rates are over, like now, we keep an eye on the promotions, and we'll re-roll somebody if we see that the promo will cut the rate down. We'll do that automatically. Richie has a database that he keeps, and he has a tally, and he will automatically, search it and see. We also do it as well too for people that we've booked as well. So we're a team, so we try to do as much as we can to cut. It's not about, we don't charge anything. There's no service fee that we tack onto the rates. The rates are what they are.
That's what
we just want everybody to come have fun. There's some people that would never go on a cruise if it wasn't for, let's just say in the beginning, Seventh Heaven. Now even with you with Tony Ocean, a lot of your fans though are cruisers, that are avid cruisers. But there's some that they would never thought to go on a cruise, and this is perfect if you want to try it out. Why not? You have a bunch of friends to go with. It's perfect.
You can't beat that. It's very, very important. And I think the deal is still the same. $250 per person right now, and then the full amount is due
October
1st, 2023.
And you can make payments from now until then.
That's important, folks. If you haven't heard, you can still make little payments on the way, which is very good. If you don't want to come up with that big sum, coming October 1st, send $200, whatever, $300, whatever you can send a month. Let them know and keep it going, because it's going to be a great deal. That's right. One more time, 2024 Chicago Music Cruise, January 7th to January 14th, 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, Royal Caribbean Wonders of the Sea, the biggest ship on the water right now, folks. 4, not 1, 2, 3, 4 football fields long. It's a big mother, boy, I tell you. Orlando, Florida, Coco Cay, Bahamas, which is a private island that you can only get on that island with Royal Caribbean Wonders of the Sea ship. Of course, St. Thomas and St. Martin. Music, food, fun. Hey, you can't ask for anything better than that.
You pay for your cruise fare, you pay for your drink package, your gratuities are already included. You get on the ship, you don't even have to spend any more money after that unless you want to do any specialty dining and you buy some things for your kids or grandkids. Other than that, you're free and clear. You grab a drink, you have some food, and you have fun. You go see a couple of shows with Tony O, Seventh Heaven, and then at the end of the night, you go on the promenade deck, you go to Sereno's, get a pizza, and hang out until 2, 3 in the morning. And next thing you know, you're at the hot tub.
And then you start up again in the morning. Mary, is there anything besides the motion sickness? Last question. Anything else that people that assume, and it's not true, other things that might people be confused about? Anything like that?
No, not really. I mean, maybe weather. What happens if we get into bad weather? Royal Caribbean has their own meteorologists, and the ship itself is able to detect any upcoming storms. So they can change course, to avoid a storm. They could probably even skip the port if they see the weather isn't going to be advantageous to even stop there.
Sure.
And make some changes as we go. But very rarely, I think maybe, I don't know, I can count on one hand after 5, 6 cruises that I've been on that we've had, a little bit of rain. And that's usually when we get closer to Florida. Once we get past, the next morning after we've left Florida, you're in 80-degree weather.
Yeah.
Pretty much the entire cruise.
It's going to be fun. Mary, thank you for your time. I'm excited. It's going to be great. And folks,
I'm excited too. I can't wait.
It's going to be great. Again, folks, thank you so much, Mary, for your time. Again,
you're welcome.
You go to www.chicagomusiccruise.com or mary@ntdvacations.com. And it doesn't have to be the cruise. If you want to go on vacation looking for someone to book.
Yeah. Our general email is info@ntdvacations.com. We all have access to that email as well, too. Any questions or anything, I'll post on the link for the ship in Coco Cay in here in comments shortly. So, yeah.
It's going to be fun. Mary, you have an incredible day. And please tell Richie the boss I said hello. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. That's my good friend Mary, folks. Don't forget, from NTD Travel. It's going to be great, man. On a cruise ship, you can't beat it. Mary can't wait. I can't wait. Hello, Mary Merrigan. How you doing? It's going to be fun, folks. Hopefully, Mary answered all your questions. I think she did. There was plenty of questions to be answered there, and she did a great job with that. And I'm trying to get Richie from Seventh Heaven on to explain the motion sickness and some stuff too. Hopefully, he's got a tough schedule, and he doesn't during the day. He's not up. He's always up at night. Works very hard. So hopefully we can get them up, folks, and that'd be great. Folks, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Armando Supermarkets, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. And don't forget Michael and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your collision auto repair needs. Trico Air Experts, and let's not forget Don Esteban Cigars. You know, folks, get those cigars. You can bring them with you or whatever it is when we go on that cruise. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is June 19th. And of course, we got a couple 10 minutes of stuff. Let's talk real fast. And that would be cool. You'll break your server. That would be so many people watching. There you go, Mary. Well, I hope you're doing well. We're going to be doing Ocean's Pit live on the ship, too. That's going to be fun. Danny Mazzi, great seeing you on Saturday again. Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street. Buy local, shop local. Elgin, tell them Tony O sent you. All right, so today is the 19th of June. And you're going to get some people saying there's Juneteenth. You know what? I'm always trying to say about holidays, when it's Memorial Day, when it's Italian Day, or when it's anything day, look, I want everybody to have their special month, their nationalities or days. But like I'm saying, making Memorial Day and Labor Day is really unfortunate for me. The way I'm thinking that Memorial Day should be a whole month, should be always for the people who fought, men and women who fought for our country. And everybody's so sensitive now. Well, if they want to have Juneteenth, that's great. If they want to have the Pride Month, that's great, Pride Day. But let's be fair to all nationalities or religions or whatever it is. And that's the thing. I think the people get a little upset because sometimes I don't think everything is fair. But in today's world, folks, what do we know? We're just here to do our stuff. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, folks, it is what it is. So, hey, just try to support everybody. Try to make, it's not going to be easy. But we have to, folks. We got some celebrity birthdays that we forgot to say. How about one of the great singers from the Chicago, well, he's not from Chicago, but incredible singer in the band, used to be in a band called Kansas. The great Steve Walsh celebrates a birthday this past weekend. Eddie Levette, 80 years old, one of the original singers from the band, the OJs, celebrates a birthday today. Erin Murphy, you might remember her as Tabitha on Bewitched. She was on from 1966 to 1972. She turns 59 years old today. How about Cammie Colton, better known as Elizabeth Walton on The Walton Show, turns 58 years old today. My good buddy Mike Sansone, I don't know if you're watching, but your daughter Megan celebrates a birthday. Happy birthday, Megan. Happy birthday. Joe Piscopo. He used to do a great Sinatra on Saturday Night Live. He's a lounge singer. He plays all over. I got to work with Joe Piscopo at Jilly's in New York, celebrating a birthday. Joe Piscopo. Barry Manilow, 80 years old. What a voice and what great music he's had. Like I was saying on the show on Friday, anybody that's got Greatest Hits Volume 4, I mean, there's not too many of them, and Barry's one of them. And happy birthday, Barry Manilow. How about Sir Paul McCartney? Sir Paul, I think he's 81, if I'm correct. Albert would know. Okay, Mary, how about the insane circus shootout in Willowbrook after midnight on Sunday? News listed on peaceful gathering garbage. They were drinking and loitering the parking lots. Mary, unfortunately, we're hearing that everywhere, hon. We really are. It's going to be, it's a little, I don't know. I feel so for prayers out for those people. It's just crazy the way the world is. Sir Paul McCartney celebrates a birthday, folks. My good buddy Jimmy Parker, who's watching. Jimmy. You got it, my friend. Jimmy Parker, shoulda, woulda, coulda. From Nashville. We had him on the show. He's going to be with us joining. We're going to be together at the wonderful Josie Awards in Nashville, Tennessee in October. At the Grand Ole Opry. Jimmy's up for a bunch of nominations. Jimmy's fantastic old-fashioned country singer. And that's why if I'm going to listen to country, you guys know I like the old school. And Jimmy Parker is fantastic. Listen to the song. Today, when you get off the phone right now, when you're off the show, Just Google Jimmy Parker and put the song in shoulda, woulda, coulda. And you're going to be singing it from now on every day because it's a great song. So happy birthday to my good buddy Jimmy Parker out there. You got to love it, folks. All right. So I think we got everybody here, at least that I can think of. Oh, Nanette Kelly. If you're watching that from An Antonio's, happy birthday, Nanette. I hope you have a great day. Well, folks, we are coming to Jimmy Rocked at St. Jude's. Yes, he does. He's fantastic. There you go, folks. There's Mary giving us more information. Chicago Music Cues, Wonders of the Sea. There is the link right there. Mary was kind enough to post it here. And here is a video from Perfect Day at Coco Cay Royal Caribbean Private Island. She's log into that, folks, so you can see that, and that's going to give you what the Coco Cay private island at the Bahamas looks like, only for the people on the Wonders of the Sea, Royal Caribbean. It's going to be a lot of fun, so check that out, www.chicagomusiccruise.com. Absolutely, folks. We're going to save all this stuff for tomorrow, and I'm going to leave you with one thing, which is very depressing. You know, in school now, I'm not jumping thinking, oh, Tony's talking about religion or talking about God. And listen, I'm not a holy roller. You guys all know that. But you all know that I pray. I pray to God. I believe that he gives me what I have, my talent, my family, my friends, everything, you know. So, look, we don't, like I say over and over and over again, we don't have to have the same God, but we should pray to somebody. Somebody should be praying. Now, here is something which is scary and sad, because the newer generation now in school, they're taking religion completely out of school. They're trying to get rid of it. They're trying to get rid of no more Pledge Allegiance and no more the Our Father. They're just trying to get rid of everything, folks. Trying to take God off currency, the word God. And here is just a little bit of a thing that's very sad, because it's happening, folks. And I'm going to tell you, no, Mary, thank you for being on. Thank you, because I know you're very busy. Thank you so much. Here it is. This was on the TV show Jeopardy. You guys watch? Thank you, Jill. You watch Jeopardy. Some people watch it. It's a pretty, if you got to watch, it's got to be pretty bright up there to answer a lot of these questions on there. Okay, but Ryan Lewis, how you doing, my friend? All right, this is according to Jeopardy, NBC News on Jeopardy. One of the questions was asked. It was worth $200, and there were 3 young kids or adults, young adults, as a panel on Jeopardy. One of the questions is, in Matthew 6.9 or 6.7, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. They left out the word hallowed, so they couldn't figure it out. It was complete silence. Not one of those kids knew the answer. The fans were stunned. The people in the audience. They had no clue. Not one of them even had a guess. Not one of them didn't even guess. They all went blank. They all went blank. That is the future of our country. Folks, you can't get more sad than that. It's so sad. And so it's already there, folks. It's already there. So Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. I want to thank you all for watching the show today. And let's not forget our wonderful sponsors at Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, folks. That's right. You got to do it with our friends from Ace Norwich Displays, Evergreen Park in Warrenville. They still got some special deals, Father's Day deals. It ends today, folks. Remember, they're offering a $10 bonus Ace gift card with every purchase of $50. That's today only. Weber Jennison's Grill, get $100 off free assembly and delivery. That's an ongoing program, a promotion, folks. All rewards exclusive 25% off any one regular priced item under $50. Now that's till the end of today. Check out their selection of rubs, sauces, spices, This is how about a great selection of Yeti coolers, tumblers, and mugs. Download the Ace Reward app, an easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. And don't forget to tell them grill your ace off. Get $20 off any grill purchase. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville. Buy local, shop local. Thank you, our good friends from Ace Hardware. All right, guys. Thank you again. Busy week coming up. Wednesday, we're off, but me and my lovely wife will be in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, relaxing. But Thursday is Mars' 100th anniversary party. Mars Resort, Lake Como, Lake Geneva at the Riviera Ballroom. The band, the main event band will be there. It's going to be great. Sold out show. I'm excited. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, Taverna on the Vision, outside patio. And Sunday, Ron Onesti's Club Arcada's Rat Pack Sunday. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609. Folks, thank you so much. Some kids, Johnny, what does Johnny say? Some kids think that Lincoln was our first president. Yeah, that's another thing that's completely gone. They have no idea about 1776. Remember, Johnny, 1776, that's when they cleaned house in the White House. They need to clean house again here in 2023. They need to clean house. Get rid of all that filthy stuff that's going on. And one quote here, folks, it's very important. You can go broke and you can get money again. But you can't be fake and try to be real again. That will never happen. This is Ocean's Pit. I want to thank my good friend Mary. Thank you so much, Mary, from NTD Travel Agency, folks. Don't forget ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Find out all your great info with Mary, man. She has, of course, she's been on many times, so she answered hopefully they answered all your questions. Trying to get Richie on next. That'll be very fun. Anyway, folks, remember, buy local, shop local. Keep supporting local establishments and live entertainment. And remember the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Again, thank you to my kids for Father's Day. It was a great day. I love you all very much. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Be back tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Tune in. We'll have some fun. No guests tomorrow, so we just be shooting, me and you. Anyway, thank you so much. And still, sign up for that Chicago Music Cruise. Tony Ocean, the main event band. Mojo's Jukebox, and Seventh Heaven, baby. All 1 week of great music, travel, food, fun, sun. You guys have a great day. And my good friend Nick Sahajas, take us out, piano man.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
See you later, everybody. God bless.